Yeah. What's up with it? Welcome to the Black Club. I'm your host, B Note. He's your co-host, Easy Does It. We got a good one for you today. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe to the show, hit that notification just so you can make sure you turn on your notifications so you can damn, I done lost my train of thought, bro. I
Be
was gonna start
notified when
reading
we
this
when we
right here
drop
at the same
anything.
time, but make sure you turn on your
Yeah,
notifications so you won't miss a show and we're gonna get into it. Dang, boy, that's
yeah.
crazy. Had a
It's
hell
all
of a
good, bro.
weekend yesterday. Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there. We
All the
missed you
fathers,
yesterday,
bro.
but
Happy
happy
Father's Day
Father's
to
Day.
you, bro.
Appreciate that. Uh, yeah, it was a good day yesterday. It wasn't bad.
Team no kids over here though. Shit, I
Yeah, I get that. You know, but we got it.
don't
We got a few topics that's pretty interesting. Did you see
All
the one
right.
about the Minnesota lawmakers that was shot?
I did see that. I did see that. Like somebody pretended to be like the police or some type of other government official and shot him. Man,
Yeah,
look.
Vance. I think his name is Bolter or Belter.
Hmm.
He posed as a police officer and fatally shot former Democratic House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark in their home. Then he went to somebody else's home, Senator John Hoffman, and shot him and his wife. Then visited the
Hmm.
homes of two other state legislators, but he didn't encounter them.
Can I just say something real quick, bro? This why white people not scared of black people, because we not doing this type of shit. I can almost guarantee you wasn't no black dude from no hood doing this.
Nah, he was white.
This why they this why they not scared of us, because when they get mad, this what they do. When they politicians start doing fucked up shit to them, when they start getting
They
subject
go
to all
off
the
the
fuckery in
motherfucker.
the book, they go ballistic. You see what the dude did to the CEO of United Healthcare or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
They not playing. They move in
Shit,
a
look
whole
at what
different way.
the dude tried to
What's
do
up,
to
Dwayne?
Trump.
Yeah,
Dwayne
that's
out
what I'm
there. What's up
saying.
with it, man?
What's
Appreciate you
up,
coming
bro?
back.
But
Yeah,
yeah, they don't be playing them games like black people. We get to talking all that, and we get to rah-rah and all that, and wanting to destroy our own,
yeah.
community and tear up our own stores and all that. But when they get mad, they go storm the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? They go, you know what I'm saying? They go shoot up people when they get
They
mad.
went and
You
got
know what
some
I'm saying?
shit
They go
done.
pose as they go knock off CEOs of big, insurance companies, and they go knock off government officials. They get serious when they get played with.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, black people. I'm not saying to take notes, because I wouldn't say for nobody to do it. But in the realm of stop fucking playing with me, they know what's up. We just be playing games.
Yeah. All we
That's
gonna
how
do
I
is
look at it.
march or post about it. That's why don't
For
nothing
like a
get done
week or
for
two,
us. Yeah.
right? That's it. But they go do something that make a difference. Lawmakers are scared now.
Yeah.
That's a big difference from what we be doing.
That's
Harper
yeah.
Allen, what's up, G?
It says he was but they caught the suspect. He was apprehended Sunday night after what Brooklyn
Oh yeah,
Post
he wasn't getting away.
oh no.
He ain't
Said they
getting
called
away.
it the largest manhunt in state history.
I bet. You killed how many lawmakers? Are you kidding me? Shit.
Two. He killed two, shot two more, and tried to go and kill however many more.
So, so he got attempted murder, aggravated murder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, Aggravated assault, premeditate, all that. First degree on.
Yeah,
He gonna get capital murder on the two. He gonna
so
get capital.
he's
He gonna
charged
get the
with
death penalty.
state and federal charges of murder, attempted murder, and other crimes. He's been held in federal custody.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they finna hang him
yeah. Oh, they about to make an example.
just to make
An
yeah.
example. Like a black dude wouldn't have made it to court, but they gonna make an example out of him now that they got him
Nah, nah, he wouldn't have made it to court.
there. Yeah.
Man, that is crazy though. Like, but like you said, that's why they get shit done for them. That's why we don't. We don't take it to the extreme.
Not on that type of level. Dwayne,
Nah.
what question you got? Let me tap in with some of the people in the chat.
So dressed up like you're still in the street at court. I think as a judge, I make sure that
What? Who dresses like that when they go to court?
he said, why
And
do
what is
people
what you?
always dress like that when they go to court? You gotta ask them. I don't know. Why do y'all always
Oh,
dress like
interesting.
that? Yeah, he is a Democrat. That's the crazy part about it. He a Democrat and shot them and they Democrats.
That's why they shoot him. Because as a Democrat, I put you in office to do X, Y, Z, and you didn't do it, or you went completely against it, or something like that. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
could see it more than the opposition necessarily. So I could see that. But to answer Alex's question though, as far as why people go dressed up, like I've heard from lawyers and court officials that it's better to go looking more presentable than just going in regular street clothes. That's what I've been told. That's what I've heard through the years. So,
What do you mean by the general war, Dwayne?
do he mean gender war?
I don't know. That's a
Oh, he ain't talking about nothing.
uh, so at the news conference
Exactly.
Saturday, state police said they found a list of individuals inside what they say is Bolter's vehicle. He had a list of 45 other people he was gonna
Damn.
target.
Did they say, did they discover like a reason or something like that?
Um, let me see. I'm not seeing nothing like they. I don't think they discovered a motive yet. Cause they just got him. Like
Dang.
was I guess that was last night. They just got him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Make sure though. I don't want chat to be like, no, he had a motive and I ain't find it. They reviewing whether to bring additional charges. Mm, this is crazy. Now, had he been black, I wonder had how that whole situation would have went down.
Oh, they would have shot him as soon as they seen him.
He said gender. Oh,
This
so he did mean gender. He had a motive. He was a evangelist. Evangelical man. What they got to do with? He was a. Never mind. I ain't gonna even touch that. Um. In other news, Dr. Umar's school was destroyed, causing delays. And I read some comments. They say a lot of people think he did it on purpose. They was
bro,
on his
I'm
ass.
sorry. I was just about to go straight there. Like, hold on, bro. Hold on. You've been bullshitting for 10, 15 years now. And
Man, then
I
folks,
just,
why would somebody think about fucking with your school now? They don't
you know
even
what I'm
believe you gonna
saying?
get it open. Like it
You know
don't
what I'm
make
saying? At
sense.
this point, you just like, I'm just sitting here waiting, like, okay, you every time you get right here, you come with something else as to why it's a problem. So yeah, as soon as it came out, unfortunately, that's the first thing my mom went to was like, bro, he probably did that on his own or just coming with an excuse. And like at this point, I don't even care nothing about this damn school no more until I actually see students in that bitch. Until then, that shit does not exist, and I don't want to hear nothing he talking about
It's just
at
destroyed
all.
too perfectly, in my opinion. It was just too it's too good. No windows broken, none of that though.
What
Nothing.
was destroyed then?
Just like tables and chairs and stuff was desks was overturned, stuff like that.
So they broke in and vandalized it from the
Yeah,
inside, but not the outside.
yeah, just the inside, just the inside. That's it. Yeah, I'm looking at the whole
So
thing
real,
right now.
so Dwayne, because
The
bro,
motive
because
was
that
his
shit,
political views. Okay, I got
yeah, yeah,
you. I
but
thought I put
yeah,
it
the
versus him.
anti-gay and the worship. But Dwayne was talking about
The
the
men
gender
versus
war, not
women
in
gender
general.
wars.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
shit.
that's one thing we trying to do is bridge that gap on this show. That's why we talk so much about men and women. We're trying to get us
Yeah,
away from the whole going at each other. It's time to start coming back together.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
we tired of that.
But yeah, and just like the gender war, I'm just tired of this Umar and this school. I'm so sick of this school thing, bro. Like Umar himself, he comes with a lot of good talking points. I like hearing them speak. I like watching his interviews and the information he
Yeah,
give. But when it come to that school, miss me with all that shit. I don't want to hear nothing else about this motherfucking school no more at all until I see kids going in and out this bitch. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't give
yeah.
me no update. I don't want to hear no more donations. We got to put carpet down. We got to put the floor down. We got to paint the doors. We got to put doorknobs on. We got to put, you know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of silly, dumb shit, bro.
It's
Come on.
always something. He like the building
Always
fund
something,
for the
bro.
church.
Exactly. Ain't put a doorknob on that hoe.
Not a doorknob. This look like some stuff they just went and got out the junkyard and threw it inside. Cause there's a bunch of boxes, like books,
Like,
old
there's
TV.
another. What is there to vandalize in there if they don't have nothing in there yet? I just was watching an
Okay.
interview where he was saying that all they had left was the floor to put carpet down. If the floor is not done, I know you ain't got furniture in there.
Right.
What's in there? So
It
to
just
be
look like a bunch of
vandalized,
chairs.
what they gonna do with a bunch of chairs, bro?
Nothing. They didn't even fuck with
Like
them.
that shouldn't even be nothing to report. If it's just a bunch of chairs, he full of shit, bro.
He
Yeah, full of
yeah.
shit, nigga,
That look I
man.
mean that it looked like an inside job, to be honest with
It's starting to feel like with over time, bro, people's credibility starts to get kind of chipped away at if they full of shit. So just over time, bro, it seems like the longer he is around, you just starting to see shit to where it looked like you a clown, bro, and it looked like this is just a horse and pony show. Like you
yeah.
coming, like he come with so much of the information, like it's cool, that's what's up. But the donation part of it, the getting money up, it's like I I don't know, bro. It look a little questionable to me. That's why I just rather just leave it alone. I don't even want to address it.
Yeah.
Just let them have it until we see what's up for real.
If you ever do. Because where is it supposed to
If you
be
ever
at?
do.
Ain't it in what, Pennsylvania? Somewhere like that?
No, it's not in Pennsylvania. I think it's either in
Delaware?
Connecticut, Delaware,
Delaware,
Wilmington,
yeah.
Delaware. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, it's another topic right here. This was trending. It was trending like all day yesterday and then a little bit today too. But I seen where a lot of people were asking, do black men really love like natural women in their natural state? And I don't know why they was asking that, but I was wanting to address it just, just to cover that since it was trending. But what do you think? Do black men still love? It's a
Man, I feel like this is a question that at this point, if we still asking it, the people that it's pertaining to is just not listening.
hmm.
We done broke this down. I've seen so many people break this down. I've seen so many men break this down. They don't listen to men. They
Because that
listen
ain't
to
what they
other
want to hear.
women.
Hmm.
They listen to other women. They don't care nothing about what men think, how men view them. None of that. We got to stop as men. As men, I think we got to do a better job of understanding and reading the room. These women don't care nothing about what we talking about at all, really about nothing. Why do we keep telling them and giving them answers to a question or to a test that they don't want to take?
Hmm.
We giving them the answers to how to solve us, but they don't give a fuck about us for real.
Because it ain't the answers that they want.
They don't give a fuck about us for real. The answers they want pertains to them and what they feel and what makes them feel good. Why
Yeah, I
are we
see that.
debating with them about any of this, bro? I think us as men is we didn't got caught up in the internet aspect of it, the back and forth, and how many views and likes and yada yada come with it because it's so triggering. But bro, if as men we're talking about having productive conversation and moving something forward as men, we spinning our tires with this topic. Yes, men love natural women. We always have, always will. We don't like none of the artificial, none of that. For 20, 30, 40 years, we've been saying we don't like the hair weave and the eyelashes. And you know what I'm saying? Like I done been in relationships where I'm sitting here having a conversation with this woman like, why are you putting eyelashes on that rip your real eyelashes off?
Yeah, right. Or they'll
Why
cut
do you
their
keep
eyebrows off, then draw them back on. Like
why are you doing that? Just leave yours alone and you'll be fine.
I never understood
You know
that.
what I'm saying? So it just be like at that point, once you understand as men, like only men get this. Once we understand that it's not going anywhere, they just it what they're doing is just they're talking just to be
That's
heard.
the
They're not
that's the
they don't
catch.
they don't have an actual point. Like men, we try to have an actual point, and a lot of times our point is missed because they don't give a fuck about our point. They just want to say what they're feeling. They don't care about what we actually think about what they feeling. They just want to say it. And then for us to say, okay, I heard you, I agree. That's it.
Yeah.
So we gotta stop with the whole do men like natural bodies? Yes or no? We all know this. We've told women, but they're not listening. So why are we still having this conversation?
So how do
That's
you make
kind of
them
where I'm
listen?
at with it.
In your opinion, how do you make them
You
listen?
don't, you don't, you don't, you don't. You
So
can't. They
what do you
gone.
do with them then?
You leave them the fuck alone, bro.
You,
Yes.
do what you
Yep.
gonna do in the meantime?
What you mean? What you mean? What's your goal? I guess that's the question. Like you can't make them listen. They're adults, even though a lot of them function with the mindset of a 12, 13-year-old girl. Like they don't really move too far past 15, 16. So at the point of they don't care what you saying, what are you supposed to do? You can't make them listen. That terminology in itself, you might as well let that go.
You can. It's just all on your
Okay.
delivery. If you
Yeah,
pay
at
attention to a lot of these shows and stuff like that, they listening. They because they making them listen when they sitting down and they talking to them. They come with their little viewpoints in the beginning, but then once you get to making your point and they get to making sense, they always listen. It's
well,
just
they
about
what
the
they
delivery.
do is they concede to the point that we're making. That's what I'm talking about,
That's
bro.
still
Like
listening.
I get that, but they're only conceding to the point that we are making. They don't care about the point that we're making.
Dwayne said you can never win an argument with a woman.
That's what I'm
With
saying.
women.
I'm breaking it down right now. Like they don't like we're arguing an actual point to get somewhere. They're not.
Hmm.
So we're not
That
gonna
that's yeah.
that's you see what I'm saying? So it doesn't
That-
matter what we're saying. Like they can concede to our point because we have a valid point, but they don't care about the point that we're making for real. That don't matter to them. What matters is how they feel about whatever situation they in at any given time. So that we can't make okay, we can make them listen, but that's not gonna change nothing after that conversation is over with, bro. It's over with. They gonna go back to what they feel.
yeah.
And what we
I
just
yeah.
said don't what we just said don't make shit to do, don't make a bit of difference to what they feel. So it's not gonna ever matter. We can't.
That's why
There's
you
no
have
talking
to
to them.
you have
We
to
gotta
stay
focus on these
firm
babies.
and not let them
No, we
ride
gotta
over with
focus on
them
these
emotions.
kids. We gotta
Huh?
focus on these kids. We gotta focus on the
Yeah,
kids.
that's the
Men,
influence on the kids.
we gotta be more of an
You can focus on the
influence.
kids all you want to, but if they being
We
influenced, ain't nothing you can
we
do about
gotta
that
we gotta
because you
be
ain't
more
with
of an
them 24/7.
influence.
Huh?
As men, we gotta be more of an influence.
That's what I'm talking about.
We can't be an influence to these grown ass women though.
You're gonna
We
be an
gotta be an
influence
influence to these
regardless.
kids.
That but men have to change their mindset in order to be that influence. Because regardless whether it's for the kids or not, it's not gonna be for the kids as long as you ain't influencing the mama too, because that's who go you can't. I'm telling you,
I
at the end
disagree,
of the
bro.
day, at the end of the day, they still gotta go home.
I understand that, and ain't nothing you can do about that. But all you can do is, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like saying there's no point in the child going to school because they still got to go home to a mama that don't teach them. Yeah, but that don't mean you don't send them to school to try.
No,
Like
that
you
ain't the
gotta.
same.
All right, you. But do you get the analogy that I'm giving though? That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, but it's
as men, we can try to force feed this information to these women that don't care about what we're talking about, or we can focus on the next generation and say, hey, this is what the goal is and this is what you should be doing and this is why you shouldn't be doing that. Like you can try to keep force feeding and talking to these women, but I don't think it's working.
it just depends on where you looking, because from what I'm seeing,
Okay,
it's working. It's working
it's
on
working on the
everybody. It's a
women.
it's a shift coming in the black community because there's more people that want it now than ever before, especially in the last 5 or 10 years.
More people that want what exactly?
Change
Change of what exactly?
the
I
way the
think we
culture is. That's what I'm saying. The way the culture is right now, it's a lot of people that's tired of it being the way that it is. They're tired of the
I agree
music,
with that.
tired of tired of the movies, tired of this whole little movement, this ratchet movement. It's a lot of people that's tired of that. And it's becoming more people than not.
That's true, but that's true. But how you get there is radically different. And the demographic we talking about, they don't see things the same, and they have more power and influence than the men do. So we don't matter to them. Our voice doesn't matter.
But there's one thing that'll always have more power and influence than them, and that's money or material shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna always
Yeah,
that. So at the end of the day, you use that as leverage, but use it in a positive way. You might have to incentivize learning, or you know what I'm saying, like make it to where it's some a profit out of it or something. But as long as they getting it,
yeah. So you got to pay them to listen to you.
you gotta pay them to do everything in 2025. Let them
That's how
tell
I
it.
go then. So I mean, I guess that's the answer to your question.
Nah,
For
I ain't. I'm bullshit. You know damn well I ain't talking about giving them no money.
well, I guess in the aspect of
But it
maybe not
depends. Like
directly
say
paying,
like
but
grants
maybe
or you know what I'm saying. Like you just
when when also I'm saying for more so like in the aspect of providing them the job so they, you know what I'm saying, like if they going out to the workforce, they're coming to said black men for the work, you know what I'm saying? So that may change the dynamic some. But that's a long feat within itself. We kind of need, well, I
and
don't know if need is the word, but
you know
it's
with us, all they gotta do is become a trend or a movement, and they gonna jump on it.
yeah. But the trend and the movement right now is the opposite of what we're talking about.
Yeah, because ain't nobody starting nothing different.
Mm, I gotta disagree with that, bro.
Who?
People have been trying. People have tried through the
It's how
years
you
to.
go about it though. You can't see
Well,
a lot of the people that do that, they talk at black people and not to black people, and that's what throws everything off. That's what makes the communication a loss of communication.
how do you see talking to the masses of black people?
What do you mean talking to the masses?
Like how do you because you're saying that they're going about it wrong. How do you see what is your idea of talking to the masses of black people in the right tone or the right tone, whatever.
Because you have
Like what
to
does that look like?
understand the mentality of the black people that we dealing with today, and a lot of people approach them thinking that it's still the old mentality, and they not on that no more. So a lot of the, especially the young people, they not trying to hear none of that criticism, nothing like that. Just show me what I need to do, and then you know what I'm saying. Like just be the
Yeah.
example, or either get in the example, show them the way, and then let them do it because a lot of people they ain't trying to hear no talking. They want to see
Yeah,
action first.
yeah. So I mean, with that being said, then that goes back to what I'm saying. It's like ain't nothing you can really say to them. They're not listening.
Hmm.
They're not trying to hear none of that.
But they can listen with more than their eyes. I mean, with more than their ears. They can
Yeah,
see you
that's
and be
I get.
listening to you.
I I get what you're saying. Like I get that.
It's
We
they
gotta
one thing about it, they gonna play that role or act that that hard that shell on the outside, but at the end of the day, it's what they all still want.
right, but at what point do we? Because that's like I kind of equate that to a kid, right? Like at what point do you correct the kid and say, "Hey, that's not real"? Like you responding that way doesn't work. Like the constant consideration in that way of, "Oh, this is just what they do, so we just have to maneuver around it." That's causing a bigger and bigger issue over and
No,
over again.
no.
No,
The thing is, it's too many men not standing on what they saying. You know what I'm saying? And like when you have men that do have boundaries and morals and stuff like that, they seem like an outlier, or they call them, sassy or whatever else they want to call them. Just let it run. Pharaoh. Uh,
I don't know. But I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think it's always more than one way to skin a cat, right? So I
yeah,
think what will work for some may not work for others, and vice versa. All that. So
yeah.
I get what you're saying,
It would be a
but
case by case basis, but for the majority, it'll take is just for men to start coming together, and I guarantee you, women will fall in line if it's enough of us, and it looked the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't, they will because that's what they are. That's what they want. I'm telling you, bro. Talk to a lot of.
it, what
Telling you.
it sounds good, but what do actions say?
They
We
show
all
something
know
totally different than what they say, huh?
we
But let me
we
ask you this:
all yeah
why is it that? Because I saw this too, a post. Why is it that black men are the only group that have to live up to unrealistic expectations or unrealistic standards?
because we're the only demographic of people who are women are and have more power and control over our community.
Mm,
Like no other man is left to the imagination of his woman.
yeah,
Like individually, yes. Like you and
yeah.
your woman, you deal and listen to your woman and her, make believe shit or whatever the fuck she coming with that day. And because you love her and care for her so much, you just deal with it. All right, fine. But as a group of people, our women raise us. So we're conditioned to be under that from the time we young, clear up until we grown. So um yeah, we as a group of people are conditioned to believe that that's what we're supposed to be doing because our women raise us only for the most part. So you're gonna get that.
Um, I think a lot of it changed with the movies and the music and all of that, the TV shows, to where there's always some idiots in the damn comments. Uh, I think that's when it changed and everything became about materialistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's when the
Yeah,
expectations changed because everything became about money. Focus
yeah.
wasn't
Because
God and love no more.
I mean, because I was just watching this thing on the Lapeef Network, and they was talking about why do men follow ideology over people? That was one of the questions, and this is why. Because when you follow a strict ideology, there's some sort of structure to life. You know what I'm saying? There's certain do's and don'ts, rules, regulations, principles, whatever, moral code, ethics, stuff like that. You have to abide by it when you go strictly on this this ideology of life. Now you may deviate because we're imperfect or whatever, but a lot of women don't move in that way. They're not really structured in that type of way.
Right.
So they don't move off of ideology necessarily. Their ideology is what feels good. So that could be anything. Women, and we as men, we know women will almost do anything to feel good. Like even hurt themselves or put themselves in a hurtful position to emotionally feel good for whatever brief moment. So when that demographic of people overwhelmingly raise a community of people, that's what you're gonna get. We're gonna get their ideologies, which is materialism. That's why they're not good judging characters of men. Have you ever noticed how all women end up with shitty men all the time, and it's always because they didn't know that the man was a shitty man?
Let them
Have
tell it.
you also have you also noticed that 9 times out of 10, if a man has a baby mama, he's probably had a couple other more? Like, I've seen it play out so often to where it's like at this point it's blatant. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it doesn't matter what the ideology says it's supposed to be. It's it felt like this, or it felt like that, so I couldn't contain myself. So you got to give me consideration.
Yeah.
So when that demographic, when that mindset is what raises a group of people for how long that been going on since the 80s?
Yeah.
That's
So
been
that's when
40
what? That's
years
when
now.
like the drugs and all that really hit. Was like the 80s,
Late 70s,
70s, 70s,
late
80s. Yeah.
70s, 80s. Yeah. That been 40, 50 years now, bro. That been
Yeah.
generation after generation after generation. Like
Yeah.
that's the the crackheads kids. The crackheads got
Got grandkids.
grandkids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are the people that raised us. What are y'all expecting for it to look like?
Hmm.
We all knew them doping people back in the day. That's that had the little boy that don't talk, that can't talk good, or the little girl who was outside, doing whatever with whoever, hella early. Ain't nobody paying attention to her. She talking shit to the teachers and fighting everybody and shit like that. Like it been
Yeah.
going on. It just we've been seeing it snowball and escalate and snowball, and now we like, oh, we don't know what to do, man. We've been seeing this for 40, 50 years now.
It was a sign. I mean, we saw all the signs. Nobody just did anything to
They didn't
stop it.
take it serious. They
No.
didn't take it serious. Yeah. So we're
And
here
then our
now.
generation, we were so young, it wasn't nothing we could do at that time.
That's what I'm saying. Like we just now getting to the point now where some of us are getting our head out the sand, like, damn, what's really going on? And we finally realizing like, okay, it's our time to really do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really now up to us. That other generation before us, our parents and grandparents, they whatever they was gonna do, they was gonna do. They did it already. Whatever they ain't gonna do, you know what I'm saying? They time is passing. They not caring nothing about what's going on. They rather wag their finger at us
Yeah.
or at the next generation. So it's up to us to try to figure it out. And we, as usual, another generation, we trying to figure out how to fix the plane while it's in flight. And sometimes it feels like a losing effort, but I mean, we here. We got to keep trying. My focus is on the younger generation. I don't think you can really fix grown ass people. I don't really try to because they gonna argue and fight with you.
You
I would
can.
rather focus.
Anybody can be
That's
fixed.
cool. That's cool. But the amount of effort based on what you're gonna get from it, I don't see it for grown people. I'd much rather focus on the kids that's not being focused on. Because for too long we've been focusing on these grown people that don't want to listen. Focus on their kids.
Actually, ain't
Everybody
nah, I don't agree with that because ain't nobody been focusing on nobody. Everybody been focusing on themselves. And that's what's been the problem. When they came with that whole the game has to be sold and not told, that was the bullshit that fucked up everything because everybody was keeping everything for themselves. And that's what fucked all this shit up.
Maybe that could be part of it. I
Yeah,
agree.
that's what fucked it up. We went. That's why you don't see black privilege. That's why it's a thing called white privilege because they share the information with each other. They put the shit
You're
in
right.
books. That's what they do.
You're right.
But for us, when we get through the door, we shut the door behind us.
Yeah.
That's what the
Yeah.
difference is.
You're right. I'm looking at
You
this
could give
last little
advice to
question.
your teenage selves. What would you say? Hmm. Hmm. My teenage self. Nah, I was doing other shit. High school was a motherfucker.
I would tell my younger self, it's legal ways to make good money, and you don't have to feel like a slave doing it. Stay out the streets, bro. That's
Hmm.
what I would say to myself at 15, 16, 17 years old. There are legit ways to make good money, real money, and keep it together outside of the streets. Because as a young dude in the hood, that's our biggest issue. We want to be
All you see.
something.
Yep.
We want to be something. We want to accomplish something, and it's not always really a necessarily a dollar sign or a dollar amount, but it's we just want to do something. We want to be something, and we don't see it nowhere other than lame niggas and niggas that sell dope in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So we're not as exposed to all the different possibilities out there. So we get caught up in one or the other.
Yep. And
So that's what I would say.
that's what be the cause.
Thank you for
The
that question,
downfall
though.
of so much. Yeah, that was a good question. I saw this projection about the black community. It said projected by 2016 if no intervention and if no intervention. I can't talk for shit tonight. I'm tired of it. What's going on? But
Push through, dog. We know you tired, bro. Push
look,
through, dog.
the marriage rate for black women would be 15 to 18%. The single mother rate for black children would be at 80%. This is by 2060 what they predicting. The
Yep.
black children with both biological parents in the home is less than 1 in 5. I
Yep.
mean, what you got, half a kid? I don't understand that one. But less than 1 in 5. Average
It's
number of
averages.
average number of partners before marriage for black women will be higher than any racial group, potentially over 10. Divorce
Hmm.
rate for black couples will exceed 70%. This is what they predicted would.
This is going back to what I just was saying. These women don't give a fuck what we talking about. They really don't fuck with us for real. Like some of them do. There are there there's a there's a segment of women that really do. But as
Yeah.
a vast majority, if we doing a whole pie chart, there's a percentage. There's like 30 to 40% that really fuck with us. That other percent, they really don't give a damn. They don't want to hear it. They don't give a fuck what we think. They don't care what we trying to tell them as far as how to be a better wife to us, how to be better women in our eyes. They don't give a damn about
I don't
none of
think
that.
that percentage is that high. I just think is they are louder than the other women, and that's what the problem is. They're gonna be the ones to get the microphone. They're gonna be the ones to go viral. The woman that's telling you how to do good about your man and all that, they're not gonna go viral. They don't,
Why wouldn't
that's
they?
not going to cause any kind of drama or it's not a viral moment. You know what I'm saying?
The men would make it a viral moment just by sharing it.
Nah.
It's I've seen it.
Social
They have
media,
viral
yeah, but
clips.
it ain't it don't it is it's not gonna be as loud as that woman that's going off talking about men this and you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna push that more. The algorithm gonna push that more than the
The
positivity.
al- your algorithm depends on you. What you looking at is gonna keep popping up on what you know what I'm saying? The stuff you give attention to, the algorithm is learning you and what you
Not
watch.
necessarily because I don't have mindset on personal. I don't have mindset on nothing like
You don't
that.
think they tracking that anyway, bro? They tracking that anyway.
They can track
They
all they
tracking
want
it,
to, but I ain't watching nothing like that. I'm a
but
woman that
they'll
love
still keep
TC.
sending you.
I remember TC. Been with him for 12 years. I could claim, but he don't want to marry me. I feel like I know how to be a good wife. Advice. Y'all been together for 12 years?
That's basically common law marriage at that point,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, yeah. Do they got that in your
Um,
state? I know they got that in Texas.
but I feel like I don't know. I feel
How
like
to
I
be a
know how to
good
be a good
wife.
wife.
Feel like I know how to be a good wife.
Um,
Advice.
now when you get to asking Miss TC, respect to you, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get to asking specifics like that, like that's we don't know this man and who he is, how he is, and stuff like that. You could be a great wife and all that, but he could be a piece of shit. No disrespect to him because I don't know him, so I don't know how to answer that for you in your situation. Every man is different. His viewpoints on marriage is different. Have you? That's where you can start. You can have a
But why
conversation. Say,
why
what's
did he
your
give you a
standpoint on
reason?
marriage?
Did he give you a reason why he don't want to marry you?
That's what I'm saying. What's his standpoint on marriage to
'Cause that's
begin
some
with?
yeah, that's something else should have been talked about. But
He about his money and don't cheat. Okay. What about marriage though? What like we talking? You asking a question about marriage? Like, what is his viewpoints on marriage? Have you had a conversation about that? Because I would say start there. Marissa, what's up? I was waiting for you.
some people don't view marriage as, what it used to be.
As important. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like some people look at it like it's just a piece of paper. He
But
said
it's
he
just
has
a
to
piece of
have
paper.
everything before marriage. He wants to have everything before marriage. Like, oh, so he could get a prenup? Nah, I'm bullshit. I'm just bullshit. Um,
You know what? Hey, you might think of every angle for real, but for like no bullshit, no
house,
bullshit.
car,
Think of
everything. I mean, that's what you build together
But
for.
okay, do
Like,
y'all live together already, Miss TC?
okay,
Because at that point he full of shit. If y'all already live together, got a kid, been together 12 years, the only thing y'all don't have is
yeah.
this piece of paper.
After
So
5 years, he should know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
y'all live
yeah,
together
then
and
he full of
everything.
shit.
Build that together. Yeah, he full of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he full of shit, Miss
Yeah, he full
TC.
of
I'm
shit.
sorry. No disrespect to dude, but yeah, it
Y'all
sounds like he
already. I
full of
can
shit.
see if y'all. Hey, it's,
We have a house. Yeah, he definitely full of shit on the marriage tip. I don't know nothing else about him, but on this marriage topic, he full of shit.
yeah, because it shouldn't have taken 12 years. He would have. A man. One thing about a man, when they want to do something, they gonna do it.
I'm not telling you to leave or do nothing. I'm not saying
No,
do none of that.
we don't break up happy
Don't.
homes here. Don't.
Yeah,
You
no.
gonna be talking about the black club said I need to go. Nope. No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
no,
That's not what we
no,
said. You need to sit down and have a conversation with him. Thank you
no.
both.
Yeah, have a
Now, thank us
conversation
for
with him
what? Hold
and
on.
just
What you?
give him your perspective.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, for real though. Just tell him how you feeling, and if marriage is what you want and it's not what he want, then you might have a
Well,
decision to make. I'm gonna say
it
that.
it just it don't sound like it's not what he want. It just sounds like you know some men, and I think they got it kind of backwards. Honestly, in a way, it's like some men want to have all their ducks in a certain row before they get married,
And I
but
get
then they
that. I
doing
get that.
everything. They doing everything else leading up
Wait a
to
minute.
marriage, though.
How old is he?
So that may play a part. That may play a
Because
part.
if he's older, then yeah, he gonna think like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna want to
But
jump into no marriage and not
But
have his
that's
shit
at
together.
12 years. 12 years, a house and a kid ain't jumping into shit, bro. You
Yeah,
there
yeah.
already?
Hey, ain't no fighting against the 12 years. That's the only thing. 37.
12 years,
That
my
nigga
nigga.
full of shit.
Yeah, you full of shit. You full of shit. It sound yeah. I don't want to start putting
Nah,
on
I'm
my
just
own
bullshit.
emphasis on what he taught
Mm-mm.
on who he is and how he is, but
Yeah, I'm a
that that's bullshit. And you
Miss
should.
TC.
I'm
We
not saying to leave, but have a conversation. Say, hey,
yeah.
We here now. You know what I'm saying? And this is where I'm at with it. Just give
It's
your
been,
perspective and pay attention to what he say,
but
and
you're gonna have to
just go
put your
off of
foot
that.
down about whatever it is that you want, though.
If marriage is that big of a deal, I mean, at 12 years though, you common law married. You married anyway. So whatever
She
happens,
want
it
the
don't even
wedding.
really.
She want the wedding and the
Yeah,
dress and the
I get
flowers.
that.
So,
That's respect. That's respect. I get that.
yeah,
But I don't think that's something worth, destabilizing y'all child. Y'all got a kid together. Please don't
yeah.
do
It
that.
ain't. It
After you
ain't. I
have,
mean, y'all been together 12 years. That ain't nothing. Just because of the marriage, that's not worth breaking up the home. You know what I'm saying? And I
what
don't
does
think so.
what does I want it all mean? Because that can,
See
yeah,
that
I
that
just want to
now.
know what that
See,
means.
this is what we be talking about by women.
Hold, hold
Let
on,
me
bro.
go and
Hold
see
on.
what
That's
she
what.
finna say first. I'm gonna let her
Yeah,
see that response right
yeah.
there.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what does that "I want it all" mean before we
Oh
get to
Lord,
just
have
jumping
mercy.
in on that? Because
What's this?
marriage,
Oh, well, yeah.
okay.
So you won't man. You know for sure he don't want to be married, or I mean, like, did he tell
He,
you that?
I think she said that he was just saying that he wanted to be
The
prepared
ring, the
first.
wedding. Oh, she want the
The
yeah. Like
ring,
I said, she want the dress. She
yeah,
want it all.
she want the experience
She
of
want the whole
being
thing.
the wedding. I get what she's saying. I get it.
Is it the
I
money
mean,
he
but
worried about, like having to
if he
pay
can't
for it?
afford if he can't afford that, then yeah, I understand you giving him his all, and it sounds like other than the actual marriage part, he's giving you his all too. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't have a house and all this other stuff.
You wouldn't have been
So
there 12 years.
right,
You say you
so
wanted, but no proposal.
right,
Oh,
so you
that's
gotta.
what it is.
So
You
okay,
want
so hear
him
me
to
out, Miss T.
propose.
Right, so Miss TC, just hear me out real quick. So I hear what you want, and what it sounds like is he's not, because he's given all this other stuff, and maybe that's just kind of how life go. You end up, really liking somebody, you in a relationship, you have a kid with them, you think a house is more important, yada yada. But what you want the ring, which costs, you want the wedding, which costs, and so he wants to be in a position to do that and still afford everything else in life.
She want
So
the
give him a
bridesmaids. She
chance.
trying to have the whole. She want
Yeah,
the
so
show.
so right. She want the the
The-
experience of it.
yeah.
It's not, she's already married. Y'all already are married. You want the wedding, the experience of getting
Well,
married.
it depends on
So
what she
you got to give them
believes.
some
She might
leeway
her
on being able to afford whatever y'all talking about.
her belief might be where she want to do it. The whole thing in front of God. You know what I'm saying? The official
Yeah,
vows and all of that. It doesn't
right.
have to
Miss
be
TC, it
that
may not
level.
be
She just
to
want to take
you,
the
it may not
vows.
be. Right. To you, it may not be that, but for him, he may want to make sure that he provides that experience in that way. So if you're asking him, because at that point, it's not just simply about you. You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
on.
It's about where he sees it and what he wants to do and how he wants to, contribute to this wedding and whatever. So
Have
you
you
got to give him that just as much as you want it for yourself too. Like if he wants to go about it in a certain way, kind of give him that. If you want him to propose.
have you even talked to him about it yet?
We didn't got sidetracked on this one, Miss
Yeah,
TC. We
for real.
appreciate you commenting, though.
Let me get back to the show too while she answer. Uh
Yeah, she didn't quite answer the
what's
question
a
though.
what this was a topic that was trending too. What's a scam that everyone just accepts as normal? I would say taxes.
Apparent. I was just about to go there. Apparently, taxes is not a real thing.
I feel like I'm nagging. Oh,
It's okay. So I've heard, because this is a problem that I have. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I've been told that it's not always what I say, it's how I say it. I can come off a little aggressive or sometimes dismissive or, nonchalant, or I've been called a number of things. So What I would say is it's more so of when you bring it up and how you bring it up, and maybe you'll get a different outcome. If he feels like he's having to defend himself off of something, or you only bring it up when you happen to be upset about something or thinking about
Mm.
something negative,
It's about
then
the
if it comes
timing.
off right, if it comes off wrong, then it can be kind of weird about what he thinks your point is. And again, this is what I was saying earlier, bro. About women. They don't always really have a point to what they're saying. They just want to say it. But for us as
Yeah.
men, we needed to have an actual point. Like, what are you trying to get to? And so a lot of times we miss what each other is saying because as men, we want to get to an actual point to solve a problem, and they just want to talk. It don't
They
help
want
shit.
to tell you why they
Yeah,
feel the way they feel. We don't care
yeah,
about the why. We just want to know the what happened and what we got to do to fix it.
right. But see, that's where we got to give a little bit of leeway
We
because
do.
we don't care about the why, but they do. So
They
we got to
do.
care about it
Yep.
enough to at least let them get it off. Like it don't really contribute to pushing nothing forward a lot of the
And
times.
see, that's the problem
Unfortunately,
that goes on with me, and I can use
I
myself
get it.
as an example before because of the patience. It's the lack of patience. Because you
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah,
she
yeah.
talking, and then she gonna tell you about every detail that
She
happened.
got to go here, there,
You know
here,
what I'm
there,
saying?
everywhere. Like,
McDonald's
bro, if
right
you,
down the street, but she done took you all downtown just to go. But
yeah, bro,
a lot of
yeah,
times, if you just let them get that out, that's all they be wanting.
right, yeah. So I think that's one thing as men we can do, but what I feel like happens a lot of the time is as men we're so logical as far as still finding a solution that we find a solution and they don't. So it just continues over and over again anyway.
Yeah.
Like they never look for actual solution. Like we always trying to look for a reason to a way to stop the arguing, what we feel like is arguing, or the debating, or the back and forth, or whatever it is, because we just want peace. We
Yeah.
want to make the decision and be left alone about the decision. They want to, like I said, I gave this analogy before. Like men are like the 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 page in the coloring book. Like we are the outline of the picture. You can look at the picture and see what it is. There's a structure to it. There's an ideology to it. That's what keeps us centered. But
Mhm.
women are the color. They the 62 colors in the crayon box. They want to be all that shit. So we have to provide them the structure for them to color inside the lines to make life what it's supposed to be. That's what I believe life is all really supposed to be about, for real. But we kind of get distracted with different things. But and then women nowadays really don't want to take our structure, so they just everywhere all the time, and that's what we dealing with. Like I was just watching this video of, it was crazy, bro. It's like it's two women on one side. No, it's a woman and her daughter. The daughter's like 15, 16, and then you have three grown women on the other side. They're all arguing. The three grown women that are friends are fighting, like literally fist fighting amongst themselves to get to the woman and her daughter. It's the craziest shit I've seen. Like,
I
imagine
think I
me and you.
saw that.
I'm gonna send you the video too. Imagine me and you
Yeah.
being somewhere, and another group of dudes is talking crazy to us, and so me and you trying to say, "Oh no, bro, just get in the car, whatever," and I'm swinging, punching on you, trying to get to them, and then me and you together go over there to fight them.
Yeah.
It's like, and then the people over there is a mother and her daughter,
Right.
and she's screaming, "Nobody's gonna jump on my daughter." These are three grown women trying to fight a 15-year-old girl, and her mama's standing there saying, "You're not gonna jump my daughter." And then within seconds, everybody's fighting.
Yeah.
Bro, it's wild, and that's what we seeing right
So how do we change that? Or can it be changed? That type of mentality. You
now.
think it's a lost
I,
cause.
I think it's a
If
lost
I ask you
goddamn
all the
cause.
time, your ass, you just swear it's a lost cause. It's just
Them
that's it.
motherfuckers is gone.
I
Gone.
still got hope for him, man. I still got a little
I
hope. I think
I
maybe because
know.
I got daughters, so I got to have some hope for her.
But see, that's
But
different though. They young, bro. Well, I don't know how old is your daughters, bro?
17 and 15.
Okay, so your kids are kind of grown now. So okay, I get it. But see, they didn't had you around though, right? You've
Well,
been
yeah, yeah,
around in
yeah,
their life, so that's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
nigga. They hold my
that
shit.
that's what I'm saying. And I salute you,
We
like
don't do
man,
that.
happy Father's, all that good.
Hey,
You know what I'm
well,
saying? But
we come from a different. I don't know where that stereotype came from. I think it came from the generation before us because our
yeah,
generation,
it
we in
did.
our
Yeah,
kids' lives. I don't know about. I don't know
that's what
what it.
man. I'm talking about. I don't know. I can't think of five men who don't ever take care of their kids. I
I
don't know
can't
where
even.
women
To
find.
be honest
I
with
don't
you.
know where women find these niggas at. Who is
I
these
I
niggas?
sometimes I be believing those be fake accounts because all the niggas I know, they might have problems with their baby
No,
mama,
no,
but
bro.
they
I've seen it
are
in real
in
life.
their
I've
kids'
seen it in
lives.
real
Like
life.
I
I've
don't.
seen it once. I've seen it once. That I'm thinking about it in real life. I know a guy. I know I got a homegirl. She one of my closest friends in the world. The dude that she was talking to this man for I don't know how long, bro. And it was like he had been begging her to have his kid for years, bro. And then as soon as she was pregnant, they fell out. And he ain't around.
Of
But
course.
but my thing is, my thing has always been, you can always tell those type of men because they leave a track record of this type of shit in their past. This same man already got two, three other kids he didn't did this week, and she made an excuse for this nigga as far
Hmm.
as why he wasn't over there with them. Oh, his baby mama was this. Oh, his baby mama was that, and she didn't let him, and all this, that, and the third. No. So this is what I was saying earlier about the they keep finding the same dudes that got kids here, kids there, and them the ones they want to have kids with. So we can't focus on them because they gonna go for what they want. They gonna go for what feels good to them, and those type of men make them feel good. The
That's
ones
why
that's
you.
gonna tell them
That's why we got to leave those type of men behind.
we gotta leave those type of women and men behind, bro. Focus on these kids, the kids that we know in the world that's fucked up. The little kids that we see who mama ain't shit, who daddy ain't shit, we gotta
That's
try
what
our
I'm
best to
saying.
reach out to them.
Yeah, you can reach out to them. They can be the main focus, the main priority, right? But at the end of the day, you still gonna have to deal with that parent at some point. And so you
Yeah, I
might as
mean,
well make them feel included, and that's gonna make the whole situation a lot better. Because
I
once
think that's a lot easier said than done, but okay.
I think it's easier than just trying to focus on the kids, because then that's gonna make the parents feel a certain way. How you gonna focus on their kids without them?
What you mean?
What we ain't at the schools. They ain't teaching this shit in schools.
Man, it's a community, bro. Like, I'm not saying go pick a random little kid that you see walking down the street. I'm saying
Yeah, yes you do.
I'm I wouldn't advise that shit because then you're gonna run into that problem. I'm saying like
I
we
mean, that's
all
what it's
know.
basically gonna be anyway. You talking about going to schools and shit like that? Like,
No, no, no. I'm saying we all know somebody. We all got a cousin, a friend, sister, auntie, whoever, who that type of person who they don't listen and their kids is fucked up. Get your niece, your nephew, your cousin, them as they when they
damn,
young and you
motherfuckers
know
know
they
this.
mama ain't shit, you know they daddy ain't shit. Get them when they young and say, "Hey, I'm gonna show you a different way to live."
But
That's
that'll
what I'm
be
saying.
easy anyway, because if it's like family or close friends, is if you being that type of role model, they gonna see that anyway. I'm talking about the ones that
That ain't
you
no
don't know.
guarantee.
Shit, most
Okay, I
likely nine
mean,
times out of ten, because they gon' if they see you getting money, they gonna want to be a part of that. If they see you doing something positive and it's looking
man,
like it's
black people do their own family kind of bad, bro. Black people will do their own family kind of bad, bro. We all got
you
people.
got a point
We all
there.
got family that we don't fuck with at all. Under no, I know I do,
Oh, you
and
still
I'm dead ass wrong.
you ain't gotta fuck with them. But
But that's what I'm saying. But when it come to their kids though.
So
That's
how
what I'm
you? That's what I'm
saying.
saying. So how you gonna not fuck with them, but then think
You
they gonna
still
let you
around the
fuck with their kids?
you still around the kids though. You still around them at
So
some
you,
point.
it's going back to what I'm saying. You still being that influence, regardless.
Yeah, okay,
So
that's cool.
it's gonna.
But not I still focusing on their parents ain't going. I don't think that part is gonna make a difference. Their parents is the ones you don't fuck with. That they the problem to begin with.
And you think they gonna let you fuck with their kids?
Mm,
Mm-mm. No, they don't. You know
maybe.
how they don't. They ain't finna let that happen. You don't fuck with me. You don't fuck with my kids. You know how they go.
Well, that's a very woman trait, ain't
That's why you got to get them right too.
it? Good luck. Good luck, bro.
That nigga there ain't got no hope for him. Hey,
Oh
check this
yeah,
out.
little
Speaking
favor.
of,
Hey, no bullshit. No bullshit. Real quick. My last chick I talked to, bro, that was literally my nickname. Oh yeah, little faith. You goddamn right, bro. I
I
don't give
believe
a damn.
that. Cause boy,
I don't
hey,
give a
you be
damn.
on
I don't
their ass.
believe
You ain't giving them no opportunity at all. You like fuck it. If they gone, leave them there.
it. Leave them there. Let
Don't
them
try to bring
drown.
them back
Goddamn
to
it.
the light. There ain't no Carol
None of
Ann's
that
coming
shit.
to the light over here.
None of that shit, bro. Ain't no
Damn, that's fucked
point.
up.
You gonna waste your time, and they gonna drag you down with them. But we can go to the next topic, bro. My bad.
Look
My
at that.
fault.
Look, speaking of though, I had seen this list of 10 countries because you know how they say Black American men are the most hated uh group. Why y'all make women seem
Word.
like they worst? No, it ain't all women. She said, "Why y'all see? I told you, women they gonna be thinking that they gonna start calling your ass a woman hater here in a minute, man.
Hey, bro, that's not that done been the case for a minute, bro. And it's not the case. It's really not. But
Now it's not that they
what
the worst, not making them seem like they the
I just
worst.
be direct. I just be direct. Like how I
Oh, they
feel,
not.
my style of leadership, rather. Like how I see things is like you don't you don't really get too far when you try, especially when you're trying to correct their behavior. You don't get nowhere giving people candy. You got to give them. You got to be real and be direct and be pretty strict with them
But
about the boundaries.
everybody don't receive it the same way. Everybody,
You're right.
they
You're
don't they
right.
don't accept it that way. Some
You're
people
right.
you have to be a little bit more delicate with. You know what I'm saying?
You can try that.
Some people that delicate shit, they ain't trying to hear that. They want you to be firm and it depends on the woman. But I believe I still got hope for them. I think they I don't know. This nigga here.
Okay.
But look, I found 10 countries. They say it's a list of 10 countries, top 10, where they prefer black men over any other man in the world.
Man, we out here, bro. We already knew that.
But in America, they make it seem like we the most hated. But in worldwide,
Well, we at the bottom of we at the bottom of the totem pole economic wise, and that's a big factor for women. So I can see how that works.
yeah,
Yeah.
that I mean that's the only way they keep us down.
And just to go back to that, Marissa, just to address that just real quick, I did say there was a portion of women. I didn't say all. I never said all the same. I never said that. I said if there was a pie chart, it's like 30 to 40% of the women who, you know what I'm saying, are really in line with moving the culture forward and what that takes. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying,
Yeah.
and the focus on that 30 to 40%, and then the children that come from that, and abroad, but not just all women. I wouldn't go say that. But my fault. Go ahead, bro.
So look, number one, we got Brazil.
Yeah,
Say Brazil.
Brazil's pretty much all the way black, almost, huh? I
I
mean,
think I think it said
it's
like
a
54% of the population is
yeah,
black.
it's really black people. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Did you know though, real quick? Did you know there's a whole community and congregation of German people from the Holocaust that's in South America? It's a whole
Hmm.
city of Germans in South America somewhere. I just learned that recently. I'm gonna learn more about that.
I'm gonna look into that. Number
Hmm.
two is Colombia.
South America, yeah.
We loved over that way. I see. Number three is the Dominican Republic.
South America.
Again,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah,
Number four, I don't know about this one. When I saw this on the list, I was kind of iffy. Not the way they acting right now towards us, but it's Mexico. I could, I it depends on where you at in Mexico. It's what I was.
yeah. Because I've heard they like the lighter shades
Oh,
historically.
them Drake type niggas, they'll make it over there. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Light skin.
Well, historically though, like they grandparents and stuff like that, like the our generation and younger, they more towards the black people. But the older generation, like they
Yeah,
grandmothers and
yeah,
grandmothers,
they
they
didn't.
for the lighter shades. Yeah,
Well, they was like that with each other. Like
yeah,
they didn't like the
yeah.
darker side of the family.
They still don't. It's real. It's serious over there. It's
Yeah, they
real
serious
serious over
about
there.
that. Number
Yeah,
five is Thailand. How you rep a place in
really.
another place in the place you rep
I wouldn't
got
assume
away
that.
from? Uh, yeah, Thailand. Who is that? How you rep a place in another place and the place you rep and you ran away from?
From right. So basically, he's saying like, how as a Hispanic group do you represent
Oh, I forgot
the
we was talking
Hispanic?
about Mexico because I went to Thailand. Oh yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
went back to Mexico. Yeah,
how you repping the Mexican flag in protest of going back to that country? I
bro,
feel you, bro.
I don't
I feel you.
understand that. Like you asking these
I
people to
feel you.
let you stay in America, but
Right.
you waving Mexican flag like that don't make
What does
sense
that
to me.
mean?
So
That
if
don't even
I'm the government, I'm damn sure go. What
at
I'm
that
not.
point. At that point, you're declaring war almost. It's almost a sign of war.
Yeah,
If we really been let hold
that's
on, bro.
stupidity.
Let me just real quick, bro. Let me just you're literally trying that's a sign of waging war on a country.
That's why he
Hispanic
sent the
people.
National Guard out there
You know what I'm saying?
and
And
the
people mad at
Marines.
that shit. You can't go to another country waving a flag of another country in protest of really anything. At that
Mm-mm.
point, it's a war. You're signifying war. You're declaring war. So people, stop that dumbass shit. Old man strength. AK, yeah, you right, bro. That's the dumbest shit in the world. And then they wonder why they getting shot at in the street. You're declaring war on the American government, bro. That's what that look like.
But then at the
It's just
same
saying.
time, asking them to let your people stay
Letting them say, why the fuck would they let you stay and be
illegally.
doing that? Come on, bro.
And then I seen a
I
video
was with
today. They okay, so this is what because I was one that was kind of like sort of advocating for them, not really, but like the ones that ain't got no record. But then I see this video today where they they calling these black people all kind of the N words and all this shit, and I'm like, but they there to help y'all protest. But y'all calling them out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna be racist to a
yeah.
motherfucker, but you asking them for help? And that's the problem that I have. So now it
Well,
can change
it's two
my
different
whole stance
demographics,
on
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like with white people.
it.
You know what I'm saying? There's a demographic that fuck with us, and then there's a demographic that don't. So I've seen many of videos of Hispanic people coming out saying, black people don't have to join in with us because we never looked out for them and yada yada.
Yeah,
I get some
I
other
saw
ones
that
who
one.
say, it's different. Everybody got their own different perspectives. So it's hard to paint all Hispanics or all anybody as one anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I hear a
nah,
lot of I hear a lot of either or. So
because a lot
I
of
don't know.
those they from different countries anyway. I'll stay in the house. That shit don't have nothing to do.
Right.
Yeah, nah, this ain't for us. This one, where we
It's
kick
not.
back on.
It's not. Because they don't have a ground, they don't have a leg to stand on in it anyway.
Nah,
They're
because
here
it's a law.
illegally.
It's
It's
a
a law.
crime. They
And
coming
they
in.
already knew the law. And matter of fact, Trump been telling them he's coming to get them out the country for some years now. You should have been gone.
Yeah,
Or you should have been did your paperwork or did whatever you needed to do. But to try to protest now is crazy.
you Hispanic, old man strength.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number six. is South Africa. That's
Okay.
Johannesburg out there down there. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh,
No,
he
I'm
black.
black.
He say he black
Oh,
as fuck.
I'm black as fuck. Number 7 is Costa Rica.
I can see that. You some of these places is real exotic too. So you get kind of the passport bro, the
Yeah,
dudes who have the
they're
means to
already
go
very
about doing all this
diverse
shit.
as it is.
You know
So
what I'm
it's
saying? So
yeah.
yeah. So
Number
they
8,
yeah.
Philippines.
Yeah, they love black dudes over there. I
I
ain't been
yeah,
over there, but
I
I
was
done heard
told.
some shit. They
Yeah,
love black people in the flip in the basically like in a weird way, we really connected to them in a real way.
Philippines. I heard a
The
lot about the DR
Philippines,
too, though. Dominican Republic. Yeah, they say.
yeah, we connected in all them places like that. Like there's certain demographics in everywhere in the world where we are connected, through blood. Like, it may go
Yeah,
back a while,
yeah,
but Japanese, Filipino, like,
yeah,
those type of people, South America, we got dropped off almost everywhere. We ventured almost everywhere.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we tapped in almost everywhere. So yeah, yeah, we out here. Black men is really out here, bro. Like we getting shit on by the dominant society, but we really out here, bro.
Yeah, we
Dave
out there.
Chappelle wife,
They
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the only place that happens is places that are like ran by England. That's it. America
yeah.
and England. Other than that,
Europe, anywhere in Europe,
they love us everywhere. Hell, some parts of Europe they do.
some parts of Europe. I mean, in America, they really do in certain aspects. Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
they love us everywhere. They just don't like the natural, like they're they have to compete with us, and so the only way they can compete with us is if this is their only way of competing. If they try to come with the love and all the kumbaya shit, we're gonna take over anyway. They can't. That's not gonna win with us because we're just naturally dominant. Like with the love thing, like if black people and white people really integrated, they would be extinct in like 50 years. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
because of the DNA. We the
Let's be
melanin.
real.
It's gonna.
That's what it's really all about. If we came together and was really on kumbaya shit from top to bottom like we really want to be, they would be extinct in 50 years.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
So
Chappelle wife is from the Philippines. Um,
yeah, she is.
Politics deserve an Oscar award because they're great actors. They the best actors. Hell, they better than Denzel.
They
'Cause they
wait,
fool us
man, these
every four
motherfuckers
years. They
like
fool
the,
everybody.
these motherfuckers, they
Really, every.
pass being great actors. They the devil, bro. They demons in real life. Like that's past acting. Like even if you acting, bro, it's just certain things morally you can't really do. Bro,
You would
these
think.
motherfuckers these are demons in human form, bro. I
Yeah,
swear to
that
God.
to be able to do the things that they do to a human, it's like to people. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be heartless
You gotta be out your fucking brain, dude.
to sit there and say, "Well, we got to depopulate the world." Like what the fuck?
But but if we're gonna take it back, and I want to get back to old man strength real quick because I want to ask him why is he
Stay away
saying to
from
stay away from
South
Brazil and
Africa.
South Africa. But
That's a good
it's
question.
like, yeah, like, well,
Cause I know some people from South Africa. They trying to get me to come over there. Should I not go?
I know somebody in South Africa that's
Let
trying to
me
get me
know
to come over
now.
there too. Shout out Esther trying to get me to come over to South
For
Africa. I might
real.
try to go tap
Let me
in,
know
bro.
now.
Yeah, let me know. But hey, I lost my train of thought what I was saying because he messed me up with that. Dang, he said don't go over there at all.
It's
Um,
South Africa. We got number 9. Oh, use Brazil is racist. Certain parts of South Africa. Oh
oh
yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
They got that. They
yeah,
got that.
yeah. You're right.
Where
You're
they
right.
taking their land and all that stuff going on
But
over there.
they gonna handle the American different. Fuck that. I'm not from here, and I'll no. fuck that. You going I'm not the I'm no. So no.
Mm,
Uh-uh. That
okay.
passport, that passport got some power. Like we kind of downplay being American, but on some real shit, if you go to some of these other places with our mindset and our financial power, even as Black Americans, like you know what I'm saying, like if we carry ourselves a certain way, and like we don't have to take this shit off nobody nowhere. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying, like so we got to get to a point where we not afraid of whatever the fuck Brazil or South that. Like again, I'm going back to that analogy I gave before. You're not gonna hit me in my face and steal my car and then write on a piece of paper that it's illegal to hit me in my face and steal my car, so I can't do it back to you. I'm not going for it. Fuck
That's
that.
basically what they did.
That's what I'm saying. No,
Killed us,
you ain't
beat us,
no.
did all of that. But we still, wherever we go.
That's cool. I don't give a damn what they how they feel about it, but us as a people, as a collective, we have to change that narrative. So we either roll
It's
over
be-
and say, okay, ain't nothing we can do, or we say fuck that. So I'm a part of the group that's gonna say fuck that. I don't
yep.
give a damn what you see me as. It's gonna be some because I see them in a certain way. I'm not gonna lie. Well, not all, whatever, certain ones, but yeah, I don't give a damn about you being prejudiced. I don't care about that. But you can't be racist. You can't use that. You can't use your finances and your political power against me. So that's what I'm not gonna go for.
Mm. Number
You can think
9, we
what you
got
want.
Ghana. We won't be able to show our character until we open our mouth. But before then, it's judgment. Actually, I think when we keep our mouths closed, that's when we are most powerful.
That's when we show the best character. I think so. I think so too.
Because some
I
people
think
open
so
their
too.
mouth and they they shouldn't have
Mm,
spoken. Let's just put it like
they
that.
should
They
have kept
should
that shit to their motherfucking selves.
should have said nothing.
You should have made the shit worse. But yeah, Ghana, yeah, Ghana is the shit. I want to visit Ghana so bad.
I know
I
a
think
lot of the
I
women that I meet over here from Ghana. They like black men.
yeah, yeah.
Portugal, number 10 on the list. It was last on the list.
Portugal.
I don't really.
Ooh.
Hell,
I
that's
don't
who
know much
started
about
slavery. I wouldn't want to go over there. Fuck that.
them Persians did start that shit, huh?
I ain't trying to go nowhere near where they
Nowhere
showed
near
us what
they
they
at.
thought about us.
They might I don't know what they like right now. They still might try to grab us. Shit. That it's still slavery in the world.
Y'all about to fly out. Y'all about to fly out or something. Well, I mean, it was in the works. I'm glad you said something before I bought that ticket. So
Hold on,
next
I got a
segment, we got our next segment. It's past the aux. It's where we
yeah,
go song for song of our old school music. Well, we do old school and new school too. We kind of mix it up.
yeah.
But
Hold
it's
on, let
more
me get
like
my
the old
mic
school be
together.
having the better battles to me though. But this
I
this
mean,
it
yeah,
depends.
they resonate a little better.
We got Destiny's
Res-
Child against TLC.
Yeah, something for the ladies one time, man. That shit. I was thinking about it while I was driving earlier today, so
Ooh,
I was like,
that's
yeah,
that's a tough one. They kind of
I
two
agree.
different eras, but then
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
yeah. But both of them, hell, we was around for both eras, so I mean, we grew up with TLC and hell, Destiny Child was our age. So we got Say My Name, Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Say my name. She's talking about TLC off top.
Marissa,
Then
you
you
gotta
got
wait, bro. You can't jump in and say TLC already. Dang.
God dang. So you got
We
Say
ain't
My
even
Name,
started
Marissa,
shit.
And then you got What About Your Friends, TLC. What about your friends? I
Friend,
am
what about your
thinking I'm
hey?
gonna let you down.
Yeah, hey, yeah, that shit was yeah.
And then you got
Say my
say
name.
my name. No
But I
one is
fucking hated that
around you.
song when it came out.
Say,
Man, that
baby, we
shit got
know
on
you
my
were gonna
nerves.
choose TLC here. You already had them up,
Yeah.
had them in the
Um.
comment. Mm.
Um.
I'm gonna have to agree with Marissa on that one though. I am.
I like TLC. I like the "What About Your Friend" song better, but "Say My Name" was a bigger song though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
It was
because
a
by that
bigger
time, I
song.
mean, hip hop had already it had taken off. You know what I'm saying? By the time Destiny Child came, it was on another level.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, I'm gonna go with the TLC though on that one personally.
what about your friends? That is
Hmm.
that old
That's a
jam.
classic. That's a
You
classic, bro. The '80s
got
music, all that shit.
yeah. You got Bootylicious. My body so bootylicious for you, back.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Nigga, that shit used to jam
Hey,
though.
that was the shit. That was the shit.
And then you
That's back
got
when music videos was the shit.
yeah. You got TLC. No, imagine if Bootylicious was made now with the TikTok dances and shit that they doing now. I just got sidetracked like a motherfucker. That just. But okay, you got TLC. No scrubs. I don't want no scrub it. That song
Yeah,
was
yeah.
big. You had every little girl in middle school, everybody in high school saying they ain't want no scrub, and you didn't even
I'm
want to be
talking
in the
about.
passenger side of your homeboy car back in the 90s.
I would submit to the Black Club and everybody in attendance that's TLC song changed the whole narrative of dating to begin with.
It did.
Like before, I don't want no scrubs.
Say that's
Like
tough.
there was not a song that emphasized dealing
Being
with
broke.
broke dudes.
Yep.
There was never
Nope.
that was never really a thing. You're supposed to deal with people off their character, if they loved you, if
Yep.
they cared about you. But when that song came out, the women said, "Fuck that shit. We ain't dealing with no broke nigga ever again in life." And that was the narrative ever since, and it's still going strong.
You couldn't even ride in your homeboy car, even if you had a car, because they was gonna assume you was
Why
broke.
can't we carpool to the club, bro?
Not in the 90s, you couldn't. You better have drove behind each other.
Y'all gotta tailgate the whole way there
Man,
just
yeah.
to just to
Make
get a
sure
number.
you getting out the car on if you getting out of his car, nah, you ain't finna get no play. Not
You
back then.
automatically. That's
Nah.
crazy. That's
We got
crazy.
we got number three. So oh wait. Who did you choose? I didn't choose yet. I say,
Um,
oh shit.
I gotta
No
go with the scrub
scrubs,
song. I gotta go.
bootylicious. Body
I gotta
so
go with
good.
that one.
Wait, I don't think you're ready for this. I don't know, man. That old jam
That
too.
it
Eh,
was cool, but it was kind of a goofy song though. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah,
was
when you
kind of
think
a.
about it,
It was
because
kind
it's
of a.
like,
Yeah. Do you remember the video?
yeah, I remember the video.
You remember yeah. So it was.
Yeah, I remember the
So
video.
yeah, it was cool, but it was a little goofy at the same time though. It wasn't too
It was.
serious. So
I'm gonna have to go with TLC on that one. Ooh, they up 2-0. Let's say TLC. Chat told TLC too.
yeah.
Okay. We got Destiny's Child. Cater to you. Let me
Hey,
cater to
class
you.
editing. Hey,
And
yeah.
then we got Waterfalls. Don't go
Don't go
chasing
chasing
waterfalls.
waterfalls. Hey,
Stick
that's the
to
shit.
the rib. That
TLC.
song was number one for I know
I'm talking about it had to been
3
forever,
months
bro.
straight.
Man, damn near a year. That
Boy,
shit,
that
that
song
shit was
was
slapping for a long time.
that because they
Damn.
did that one and No Scrubs in the same year, I believe, right? She said that's unfair. No, uh-huh.
Was no scrub? I don't think that was in the same. Nah, was it?
Because
I
that
thought
was like their
Waterfalls
big
was.
album. Remember that?
Nah, Waterfalls was like one of their last big singles. That I think Waterfall is on their last one of their last big singles
No, what's
before
the
they
one
completely
that was
broke up.
about? Oh no, no, that was Waterfalls. Oh shit, I don't know.
I think
Huh.
yeah, I think Waterfalls was the only big single on that album. But the other
They
ones was
they had
before then.
really got kind of I wouldn't say political, but they was going through a lot of stuff on that last album.
They was individually, they was going through all kind of stuff. Left Eye had that situation with her husband.
Her
Uh
versus
uh
Kimbo
T-Boz was in an abusive relationship with
with Mac
what's
10.
dude name? Mac 10. Yeah, so they was going through stuff
Then they was
individually,
getting
ended up
fucked
breaking
out
up.
their money with the by the
They was
manager or
getting
something
played
like
out
that,
their
right? Or the
deals. Yeah.
label. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh
So they was going through it around that time. Yeah, Waterfalls was their last big one.
I'm gonna have to go with cater to you on that just because I'm a man and that's that's I mean
Ain't it the shit?
it's
How
speaks
come
for itself.
that didn't catch how come that one didn't catch fire like No Scrubs did?
Cause with no ass shaking in it.
I, I don't know, bro.
See,
But
no scrubs. After no scrubs, men had to really. That's when men felt like they had to get money. Cater to you was women supposed to have been learning how to treat their man right. But that wasn't the agenda that was supposed to have been coming towards the next generation. So it didn't get pushed like it should have.
right. You're
Because
right. So they told us we needed
scrubs
to
was
make more
dissing me.
money,
Yeah.
but when it came to catering to us better, that was the problem.
Ooh. We're gonna do that one then Wednesday. 8 Ball and MJG versus Outcast. I like that one. Make sure you
That's
come
good.
back though. Don't have us doing it and you ain't here. I was getting it before Scrubs and treated certain women without money the same way back. Yeah, but that's what I believe. That's when the mentality started changing. Was from that
That's
song.
when that's when the whole kind of narrative overall kind of shifted. Like,
Yeah,
of course, it's always been that. You know what I'm saying? Even in old school movies like Poetic Justice. Back in the day, like
yeah,
it was a character in there that kind of was a gold digger woman and shit like that.
yeah.
But
They've
that was
always
kind
made
of a
sure to put that in
smaller,
something in our
yeah,
community.
but that was a smaller demographic. That wasn't the kind of the main narrative of dating though. Now, since Scrubs, that's kind of the main narrative of dating.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go with Cater to You on that one over Waterfalls. I'm gonna go with that one. So now we got.
Mm, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what you said.
No, I went
You
with
went with
Waterfalls, man.
Waterfalls.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
okay.
just think it's a better song. Cater to You is feeds my ego, yeah, but Waterfalls is a better song. And Waterfalls
Waterfalls got a
speak
better. I
to
mean, the meaning
it
behind it.
got a better narrative, yeah. It got a
Yeah,
better meaning.
I always say as well. I was broke for the only one thing a man has that will keep him going. If you don't have money. Yeah, we got Soldier. Remember that with Ti and Lil Wayne? I
And Lil
need
Wayne, yeah, I
Soldier.
want to so yeah.
That whole jam. It was number one for about 3 4 weeks. It was number one
That
for a minute.
that that shit slap. I ain't gonna cap. I bang the
And
shit
that's
out
back
that.
when Ti and Lil Wayne was at like they height because Lil
They
Wayne was
peak, yeah,
he had
yeah,
just dropped the
yeah.
Carter and Ti had just did Ti versus Tip up or no, it might have been
One of
Paper
them.
Trail. 'Cause I think this is when he was out of jail, right? He had just
Yeah,
got out.
this was before he got in trouble with the guns. This was right before, I think.
Yeah, before Paper Trails. It was the
Lil
Wayne verse
Wayne,
that made that song
Wayne
go.
verse, yeah.
Wayne did, hey, Wayne ate it up. I ain't gonna lie.
Wayne killed that verse. Wayne
Wayne
killed
killed
that
that one.
verse.
We got
Yeah.
that versus TLC Creep. So I creep.
So I creep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Um,
what you suppose.
damn, that's a
Oh,
good one. That's a good one.
that's tough.
Oh, that's tough. Shit. Oh,
Urban Legend. That's what it was. You right.
Urban Legend was
BBC.
big.
The fuck?
That was like his second or third album. Destiny
Say
Child.
Creep wins. Creep. Ooh, they say Destiny Child. Destiny Child. Ooh, oh, Soldier.
Ah,
That's tough. Because I mean, that Soldier
I
had that
think
southern swag to it. That's when they had that southern like beat that kind of It wasn't.
Yeah,
It was different.
yeah.
But Creep.
It's such a
Yeah, they talking
classic,
about cheating,
bro.
right?
They are talking about cheating. They talking about cheating like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
So
What kind of shit? Ah, I'm going with Soldier on
it's
that
no
one.
way.
Just,
It's plenty of good songs about cheating, bro. Hold on,
oh yeah, it is. I
hold
don't
the
know. Creep
phone.
has nostalgia too. It does though.
They
Like
do, they do.
a lot of these songs that
That
we be,
everybody didn't hit that. Everybody didn't creep. Come on, bro.
you know,
Come on,
yeah. That's
bro.
why everybody related to it back then, because they were
Everybody
creeping.
relate to that. Yeah.
Oh, you could
So
tell who the cheaters was just to turn that song on back in the night.
yeah, yeah, okay. But man,
Ooh,
that's
let me see. Creep or Soldier? I need a soldier. Okay. Ooh, that's. I mean, but if okay,
I'm gonna go
if
with Destiny Child on that.
I was just gonna
I
say, is it
Yeah.
because of the Wayne verse? The Ti, I mean Ti went hard too, but
Ti's verse was cool too, but I think it's not just simply because it's the Wayne verse. It's because it's I like the song and it add both of them in there. Like you got two rappers that I really like with really good verses, and the song is good on top of it. Like even
yeah,
without Wayne and Ti, the song with the beat itself, I like the song.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
so, Creep is a classic because it's TLC and when it came out. But personally, I like the Soldier song more. I gotta go with the Soldier.
Mm, that's
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, being from the South and that beat, that kind of what did it for me. But Creep, you
come
know,
on, yeah.
I was doing some creeping back in the '90s. I'm gonna have to go with that one. Soldier's even trending on TikTok now. What? Low cut season
Elizabeth,
with the
what's
beat
up? E,
wave. The
what's
shit
up?
go hard. Yeah, yeah. It's the features, huh? It is. I think
Yeah,
it's the features that I don't know.
yeah.
Cause I mean, even without it though, Beyonce them still did their thing. Facts, the '90s was the shit. Yep, we say that was the best era. Our era,
We were
the
that was the pinnacle. That it went downhill from there. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, the '70s and the '80s, they had their thing with music, you know, Michael
Mm,
and Prince and Al Green, all them.
yeah,
But we got
but
R.
they didn't
Kelly.
have rap. They
We
didn't
ain't talking
have
about
rap.
Robert. We got
They
art.
didn't
I'm
bridge.
85.
They didn't bridge the
Oh,
gap between rap and R&B though. That bridging of the gap of rap and R&B, that's where it hit the pinnacle. That's what I'm saying. Like you get the who was we talking
oh.
about with the good duos? You get the uh I can't really think of uh the two a reference right now, but you start getting the Mary J. Blige and Method Mans. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right, right.
just
The
as one
features.
example, you start getting those. So that's what I'm saying about the '90s. Like the R&B
93?
music was at its peak, and I think you add the rap to it, and bro, I don't think it really. I understand what they Marvin Gaye and them was doing back in the day. I get it. I understand what they was, but it ain't. I don't know. I don't think they was. I don't think so. I don't think
Why?
that's
Kendall, why was 93 the best year? I don't know. 93, but 98 was the shit.
don't say that's because that's when you was born. If you was born in the '90s,
Yeah,
I
nah,
don't know.
nah, nah. You don't count if
We
you was
not talking
born
about being
in the
born in the
90s.
'90s. We
You
talking
got to
about
be
growing
born.
up in the '90s.
Yeah. By the time 1990 came, you had to be at least 5 or 3.
Well, I can't even say that then. That might exclude me because I was born in
How
'89.
old? What
I
year was you
just
born?
barely, I just barely made it. I was born in '89, so I just barely made it.
Ooh,
But
you right
I'm
on the
hanging
head.
on
I don't
to
know.
it.
You might be a 90s. I was 10 in 95. Okay.
Born in '73. Okay, so what made '93 the pinnacle year for you then? If you was born in '73, because
What
you was
music?
grown
What music
by the
was
time
going on in
'93 came.
'93?
'93, you had the dang, you
'93.
had
Wait a minute now.
you had like the
Because
new. You was ushering in like the gangster rap. You was this R&B wise. You was getting the maybe the early escapes. You was getting the SWVs. You
Dre
was
Day.
getting the
You from the West
Dre
Coast?
Day. I fuck with the West Coast music hard too.
I do
Like
too though.
that's when
Chris
the
Cross.
game.
Ooh, I forgot about Chris Cross.
Hey,
Jump, jump.
I literally got kicked out of school for wearing my pants backwards one day.
Yeah,
No bullshit.
no bullshit.
No
Hey,
bullshit.
we did it so much they made it a thing at our school. Like on Fridays, we could come with our clothes backwards.
Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, stand up. That's what I'm
Oh
talking about.
hell, oh no, hell no. Chiefs fan? Oh hell no.
Hey, hold on, bro. Slow
Ah, not
down.
another one.
Slow down.
Damn.
Slow down. Slow down, bro. Don't. Hey, we gonna do the sports show. Don't do this right now, bro. Cause it
Matter of
can go
fact,
there.
speaking of, we to be able to go live on our sports show, you got to get the 50 followers. We just started it and it's at 27. If y'all don't mind going to follow the
No. Did he
unfiltered,
say Raider Nation? Did he
you
say
live in
Raider
Kansas City
Nation?
and you a Raiders fan? Oh, we
Get out of
cool.
here, bro. You
Oh,
gotta
we
go.
good.
You
You
gotta
can join the
motherfucking
club.
go. You gotta get out of here,
Yeah,
dog.
you different.
You gotta go,
Hold
dude.
on,
No
but have
way.
you always been a Raider fan? Who else?
I
Marissa
don't.
Casey. Oh Lord, I forgot she is a Chiefs fan. They everywhere.
We
Let's
everywhere.
see
You better
Hammer.
believe that.
Hammer, hey, one thing about
Hammer was
Hammer was the shit, man, for
Hammer was the shit, bro. Hammer was the
about
shit.
5, 10 years till he started gambling. Shit, I'm
Yeah,
from
he
the
lost
boot.
all his
I
money.
stay in Colorado. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I know
okay,
you
okay,
enjoying Colorado. Isley Brothers, Bo Jackson era. Yeah, that's when Bo knew baseball and football.
okay, okay. That makes more sense to me though. I
Two
gotta give
Live
him that
Crew.
because
Okay, so yeah,
back in his era, Bo played for the Raiders, but then he played for the Kansas City Royals at the same time though. So I
yeah.
understand.
So
I
it's
got
making
that's
sense.
different.
It's
Yeah,
making sense.
that's.
Okay. Appreciate
But
you
still
sharing
though,
that.
bro. Come on, bro.
We
Damn.
got what did we do? Soldier and Creek. Which one?
Yeah, we did Soldier and Creek. Yeah, I went with Soldier.
You went with Soldier. I'm gonna go
I
with
went with
Soldier
Soldier.
too, just because I'm from the South.
Yeah.
Last one we got Survivor. I'm a survivor. That song
Survivor.
was so big at the
Yeah, that's
time.
an anthem. That's considered an anthem. That's a woman's anthem, and I'm with it. I'm all for it.
But
I
then
always
you
fuck with that song.
got Red Light Special.
Ooh, shit! How many kids got made off that motherfucker?
Shit, I know I made my oldest one for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ooh, man,
Oh
Survivor,
man,
but Red Light. Do you, man? Listen, you had so many people painting their light bulbs red back in the day
red
just
lights was a
because of
real
this song.
thing. They had
Yeah,
the little, lace little thing they used to put over the light. All
yeah.
that shit.
Cover that
Whatever
light
they
up.
could do to make that, yeah. Set the
Red
damn
Light
sheet
Special
on
all day.
fire and
So
shit.
right.
Yeah, I
The
gotta go with that
impact
red
that
light
that
special.
song had. I mean, you didn't even need candles. You didn't need nothing because you just threw that little shade over that lamp,
That little,
turn them
yeah, you
motherfucker
put
red.
that little
Hold.
red little, yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Eat it
That
from
was
the
the
back.
shit.
Oh, this nigga tripping.
Oh, he came in guns blazing. He said that
I'm
red
like,
light come
man,
on.
hey, you done TLC that took
That
you
red
back, huh, Benjamin?
that red light come on. It's go time. He said, "Fuck the bullshit. We getting right to the thick of it."
It looked like we
I
didn't have a
respect
tie this week. We had a clear winner.
TLC. It's
TLC
yeah.
won.
Marissa may have been right. She came out the gate, but
Hey,
she was
let me tell
right.
you something, old man. I had a water bed. I did. Hey,
Not the waterbed.
bro,
Hey,
he brought
the
back
waterbed.
memories with that one. The water
The
bed.
waterbed was motherfucker, bro. The
Ooh, they don't know.
waterbed
These
was
kids today don't know
motherfucker.
nothing about the water bed.
Boy, they don't know nothing about just jumping on that bitch and
Shit, and
just
then
floating
just.
back and forth
Mm.
and shit, man. That shit was
The
that
only
was the
thing that
shit,
used
bro.
to be bad about it was trying to when she get on and you trying to catch a rhythm because that water bed for to throw everything out.
You gotta be an expert to do that.
Yeah, you just got to tell her. Let me do it. Just let me take over.
Just let me do it. Just let me do it. Fuck it. But yeah, definitely a red light special though. I might fuck around and get a red light. No bullshit. I might fuck around and get a red light just to have that effect.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So we had a clear winner on that one. TLC. Dang, TLC
Yeah,
beat Destiny's Child. Ooh,
yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough.
yeah,
For our next segment, we have classic or just average. I
yes,
can't wait till
sir.
we get the graphics for these so y'all can actually
Man,
see
that shit gonna
the
be dope when we
graphics and
get the
everything
graphics
better
for
than a
this shit.
bunk
Yeah,
bed. Oh well, yeah. I mean, a bunk. I mean, yeah. We're getting paid. They
yeah.
were motivated. Yeah, that's true. And you know when that story came out, because we didn't know that growing up about them until afterwards, and to find out that they was doing all of that and not getting the money, that was
Man, all them artists back in the day got fucked over like that. A
they
bunch
did
of them.
though. They
A
did.
bunch of them.
That's how a lot of these record labels got to where they are now.
That's the only way they got there. Yeah, yeah,
But we got classic or just average. This is where if you new to the show, new to the channel, we dive into our old movies and see if they classics back then, but would they still be a classic today if they were made today, or
yeah,
would they just be average?
yeah.
And so we got first one, Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie
That is
Murphy.
such a classic, bro.
hey,
That is such
hey,
a fucking classic, bro.
Twilight was able to run because Vampire in Brooklyn was walking back in the day. Hey, all them vampire movies really,
All of them. All of them.
because Eddie did
All
his
of them
thing in
came
that
from.
movie.
Man, Eddie did his motherfucking shit in Vampire in Brooklyn. That was, yeah, that's a classic.
He say, "I'm white. Can
Now,
I come to the black?" You already here.
you here,
Just
bro.
subscribe to the
Yeah, come
show, hit
on.
that like button, turn your notification on, and you in the club.
Kendall, you said it'll be below average now?
Below
Vampire in
average?
Brooklyn? Oh, I disagree with
What?
that. Vampire in Brooklyn would still be the shit to this day.
You say average
Marissa, what
too?
are you saying? Oh, God. What's going on with y'all today, man? Average?
Ooh, I don't know. That's tough. I don't think it. I
Nah, I
don't.
was.
Might not. It
I
might
think.
not.
I think Vampire in Brooklyn was still hit. That's what I'm saying, John Witherspoon. Come on now, R.P. John Witherspoon. But yeah, I think that'll still be a classic.
Yeah, there will be blood. What? This nigga here being weird this whole time. Yeah, that's. I think for its time it was classic. I think it would. I think it would today. It depend. Now, this is what we always do too. Who do
we
you
always
think
got it
would play Eddie's role? Who would play John Witherspoon's role? Because you know he can't. I was,
right.
rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
But
But yeah, who were playing these roles? Like
who would we get
who?
now to play that vampire? What was his name? Matter of fact,
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't even remember.
Bones. Bones was average. Uh,
Bones with
I
Snoop.
think I think Bones could have been better though. Bones had the
Wait,
potential to be a lot better.
Bones was to me Bones was trash. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like him.
It,
I'm like, who is that
it,
old man? Yeah, Bones to me was rest in peace.
Bones
Wesley
could have
Snipes.
been a lot better.
Wesley Snipes ain't dead. I'll just be killing folks
Benjamin,
out.
Benjamin, what you got going on, bro?
Benjamin
But
over there
no,
tripping. He must
I
be
think
12.
I think with a better because I think it was a more low budget independent film. I think with a better supporting cast, with a better cast, period. Bones, the movie Bones itself, the storyline was good enough to make it big. I think the production was a little trash and the
The
actors because it
production was
was
definitely trash. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know,
I think
man.
it could have been.
I don't think I think it would be even worse today. Cause hell, it really wasn't that good back then.
I think he had the potential. I think he had potential. But
So
but not to get out.
y'all say Vampire in Brooklyn would be average. Ah man, that's
I,
tough. I
I,
think it wouldn't. I think it would be a
I think
classic.
I think it'll still be a classic. That's my take on it.
It might not be as big as it was like with our era, but I think it would still be a pretty good hit, especially like a Netflix movie or Prime.
Maybe maybe a streaming movie.
I can't
I
see.
don't know.
I don't think it'll do good in theaters. Right now, ain't nothing really doing good in theaters. But hell, Marvel ain't even
Yeah.
doing that good.
Right. Well, right now, yeah. That in this moment right now, it don't really do
Django. We
because
got
nothing's doing good in the public.
Blue Streak with Martin.
with Martin. Yeah.
That shit was funny.
That's the one where he was looking for that diamond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? He had to go in there and act like he was a police officer.
Yeah. I think that'll still be a classic. I mean, that's not a whole lot different from Ride Along to some degree, kind of, sort of. I mean, a slightly different storyline, but the whole
Did the
concept
whole
of
police buddy cop
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
right, right. I think it still has a
Ooh.
potential.
Idris and Taraji. Idris played Eddie Murphy and Taraji played Angela Bassett. That ain't bad. Cause Idris Elba,
And
that's not bad.
he got that accent. He
It
got that
it would be
accent.
perfect for that vampire. That ain't that was a damn good one.
Yeah,
You
that's
say
true.
Blue Streak would be a classic, Kendall? National Security
Uh,
was better. Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't even dang, I should have put that on the list, but now that you done mentioned it. National Security or Blue Streak, since we're gonna do a versus. Uh
I
that's
might, I
no.
might, I might gotta go with Blue Streak on that one. It's
National
close, but I might
Security
gotta
is
go.
the one where the dude where he faked like the dude beat him with the bumblebee, but he was really allergic, right? That ain't
Yeah, it's like they was taught. Like it's really pretty close to Blue Streak,
it's
honestly.
kind of
But
similar, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I think
it's
Blue
like
Streak.
it's yeah. He played he is like the dude was a police, and he was like he got accused of police brutality and
Yeah.
all
And then
type of
they
other
ended up
stuff.
having to work together.
Work together to do something. Yeah, yeah. I ain't. It's
Yeah.
all right. It was cool.
That's
It's a bunch of different versions of that.
yeah.
Trying
Yeah,
to
that was
yeah.
yeah, that's right. Blue Streak, I think I don't know.
I
Yeah.
say it had potential, but I don't know if by default it would be
It would be a good
a classic.
Netflix movie.
Right,
I
right.
don't think it would
That would
do as
be
good as
definitely
it
a good one.
did in the theaters
Yeah.
as it did today. Especially like, I mean, who you going Kevin Hart? Who you gonna get to play Martin?
You know what I'm saying? Basically the same. We gotta start finding better,
Different actors.
more, yeah, more diverse with our actors and actresses with some of this stuff.
Okay. We got Hustle and Flow. Definitely a classic today.
Oh
I think
man.
it was. I think it would.
I really
Y'all talking
I
about
really
if they
feel like it
remade.
ain't been
Yeah,
that
yeah,
long
yeah.
ago.
We're saying if they remade them today, like with new actors and but the same storyline. We
Yeah.
just saying the storyline of the movie. If it was remade today, would it be still a classic? You know, we figuring out who they would have to play in each role and stuff like that too. But yeah, Hustle and Flow.
I
Taraji
feel
was in
like
there
that
too.
wasn't right. That wasn't made that long ago for it to be. It was made in the 2000s. Like,
Yeah, but you know that's a 10 years ago is a long time compared to today. Shit, Chris Brown
yeah,
played
but
Lucius and Halle Bailey. Shit, you might well get DDG then if you go get Halle Bailey.
boy, they be fighting in real life with that shit. Boy, they wouldn't get the movie done. But
Shit.
yeah, I would say it's still. I mean, it hasn't been that long. That's still basically the culture to some degree. As far as what the culture kind of gravitates towards. So
You
I
know
think,
what?
I, but it
This
is
might
starting to
be
slip.
this might be a hot take, but I don't. I think it'd be average
Yeah,
because that
okay.
whole pimping thing ain't really a thing no more.
With the whole more feminism type of what's
Yeah,
going
and
on in the
I mean in some
climate,
areas, you know,
it might be
Cleveland,
really.
places like that, Detroit, you know, they still got the pimping game, but for the most part, that pimping shit ain't
It's
really it's played out
it's
now.
dead. Yeah, it
Yeah,
might be a little. It might be a
Eh,
little too frowned upon to get too far.
yeah.
Okay,
I,
I can see that. I can
I
see
don't. I
that.
don't. I think it would just be average today. Training
I can
day.
see that.
Did we already did training day? I think though, right?
Did
No,
we? I don't know if we did
we ain't
train
broke
today.
down training day. It's only fans now.
Everybody want to be. That's what I was gonna say. Everybody want to be internet sensations. Nobody's really shooting to be actors and actresses no more.
He got a point. I mean,
So
all the female. That's why there ain't really no talent out there. And when we go to trying to think about who can replace these
Kim
actors,
Kardashian ruined it. After she got on, it was over with, bro.
Hell, her and Ray J. Hell, if you go, he
I mean,
put that
Ray J
whole family
actually
on.
made music though.
Yeah, and she got on by using his name. These
Right.
chicks pimping the hoe. Yeah, for real.
For real, yeah, for
We
real.
got we got barbershop.
I
That's
feel
tough.
like
That's a tough one because
do little niggas do they get their haircut still? When you
yeah,
see young dudes in their teenage and early 20s, do they get their haircut?
a lot of
They
them
should be looking
growing that shit out
wild
now,
all the
right?
time. Huh?
Um, and then the thing is too, like when we were younger, the barbershop was viewed a whole lot different. Remake
It
Harlem
was
Nights.
different back then.
We did do Harlem Nights. I remember doing that. Yeah, you go back and check a couple episodes. It might have been 16 or 17, I think, where we did Harlem Nights, but
Yeah,
it would definitely be a classic.
yeah. You just
Warriors.
basically get the whole Wild 'N Out crew to do that whole movie, and that shit gonna go.
Right.
We're gonna be honest. But uh uh
Barbershop. Because
barbershop,
we
yeah.
actually went to the barbershops and our homeboys and shit had barbershops and shit growing up. Like,
And we hung out, we sat in the barbershop like
yeah,
and you know the barbershop was a social gathering type of place. I don't think
yeah,
it's that no more. Like most times you make appointments, you go get your appointment and you go.
yeah, yeah.
So it's not the
That's
same no more.
that. Yeah, that's how it is now. They get their hair cut and then they do. And it used to
You
be
ain't
you sit around, you listen to the old dudes talk. You get your little game from them and stuff like they don't have that.
it was a social experience. Like
Yeah,
it was where men went to be social amongst each other.
yep,
That ain't been the case in a long while.
yeah. Men growing their hair out now, wearing perms and shit.
Perms, purses, all type of shit, bro. It's bad out here.
You said purses. What about we got He Got Game? Remember that with Ray Allen and
With Ray
Denzel?
Allen, Denzel Washington, yeah. Niggas love basketball. That's always gonna be a slap for me. We love basketball. That's always gonna be a thing.
It just depends on the athlete. I mean, they probably have like Ant Man or somebody do it now.
What if they had Braun and his son? Would that be too corny?
Let me think about that for a second. What y'all think, chat? If
That
Braun
might be
and
a little
Bronny
too corny.
remade He Got
Michael
Game. Now,
Michael
but they
Beasley
wouldn't
too
be, they
aggressive.
better not. One thing they would have to change. You cannot call Bronny Jesus. You know that the fans they gonna have a problem with that if LeBron name
Yeah.
his and he already called himself to get Michael
Michael
Beasley
Beasley
on
too
there.
aggressive. He
Yeah,
gone
he
Michael
already
Beasley too aggressive.
man, I seen that clip of him and how he was doing Dwight Howard. I'm like, is he on something like that dude there?
That man, wow, bro. He said you should. Marissa, that's too corny. Ah, come on, man. Dang.
Say that's corny. Brun and his dad, Brun and Bronny doing He Got Game. Yeah, I don't
Why
think
not, bro? Come on, man. Let me see
nah.
that one time, dog. I don't know. But I think you
I
could get
don't
two
know though,
actors.
because
I
think
think you
about it.
could
It
get a young Anthony John Moran, Anthony Edwards, their young demographic, with, maybe who would be a good lead role kind of guy. You can put a that can really hoop though. Who's an older actor guy that can, you know what I'm saying? Like
Kendall, hold on, man.
it's
You can't be you hating on LeBron? You a LeBron hater? He say trash like his daddy.
bro, that's he a Raider fan, bro. We're not listening to that. What have the Raiders won ever? Man, come on. We're not we're not about to get sidetracked on that right now, bro.
I
The Raiders ain't won a playoff game in
kind
about
of like that idea for some reason though. Bron and I wouldn't say Bronny though. I would say what's the other son name?
Bryce.
That's who I think he would do it with. I think he would be better in that role than Bronny.
I haven't seen Bryce interact or move. I seen him hoop and in highlights,
You
but
said
that's it.
trash.
I don't know his
Yeah,
personality.
Denzel wasn't a real hooper. That's kind of why I guess it didn't really take off. But I don't think he was supposed to be. He was just his
He not
daddy that
supposed to
came
be.
back,
He
right?
was an old school, yeah, he was an old school cat from the hood that played basketball.
Yeah.
So
The
and
movie
there's
would be.
plenty of them.
It was PG. Wasn't it PG back then?
I think so. Yeah, it wasn't too. It wasn't wild
Yeah,
back
it
then.
wasn't that
I
because it
think.
was
I
we
think it wouldn't be PG now. I think it would be a little wild now. I think it would have to be a little more provocative for it to make
because
any
you would
type
have to
of
cuss and stuff like that to get across to these kids today.
Well,
It
Space
was
Jam
rated
itself
R. It was rated R.
was like yeah, but not for like it maybe because it was cussing
Probably
maybe or
the
something like
cussing.
that. Yeah,
Masterpiece son.
not really.
Romeo. Romeo too old.
Bro. So
When Rick Fox
when Rick
brought Ray
Fox
Allen to the
brought Ray
college.
Allen to the college, I don't know what he's talking about.
I remember Rick Fox, but I don't remember that part.
Why would Master P be better? Why would Master P be better?
He said his son, Masterpiece son. Who, Romeo?
Well, Master P got a bunch of sons actually, and most of them hoop. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, Master P was a hooper though.
He could, but he old as shit now. He can't hoop no more. He can't be in no
Who,
film
P?
hooping.
Nah, P can't.
Yeah, he too old to play that role.
I think it would still be a classic today though. I think it depends on who you got. I like that idea of Bronny and Bryce, but it just depends on who you get to play the role.
Yeah.
Uh Somebody said something in the comments. I saw it earlier. That was a good one. Lean on me.
Ooh, I think that's one of them. Every generation should have one of them type of movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Every generation should have a Lean on Me type of movie. Everyone. They need it at this point. It's like detrimental.
but would they? Would it
Dang, my camera won't cooperate.
would these kids, like relate to that movie today? Because it was
We
he had a different mentality growing up. We still kind of had our grandparents and mentality. So that
would
movie
have to make them
resonated with
relate.
us a lot better, huh? Especially with the phones now.
We would have to make it. We would have to make the storyline a little more relatable. It would be Molly's and instead of crack, basically.
Yeah, yeah, fentanyl.
Yeah. But shit, fentanyl kill motherfuckers. You can't even get strung out on that. You just die.
Shit, them motherfuckers up. Yeah, you been to Washington? That whole West Coast
Uh-uh.
is fucked up on that shit. Shit, we had beepers in
For
school.
real.
Yeah, I remember when we had beepers. I remember shit we had to use payphones, everything. Until they got
Boy, hey,
the call.
when the last time you seen a motherfucking
Oh,
payphone,
it's a
bro?
store out here. It's a store in Frisco that's got a payphone. It don't work or nothing. They just use it to let people take pictures of it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, ain't no way that shit work. Ain't no way.
Yeah, but I thought that was pretty cool to still have that payphone.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's
Man, you
nostalgia
said
wise, yeah, for
beepers.
sure.
Yeah, we came from that era where we had just got the call ID. You thought you was the shit when you had that call ID.
For real, yeah.
You like, yeah, I see you calling. I see you. Nah, they still have sherm heads. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What?
But they gonna last forever though. The perks and the mollies and the fentanyls is what's dying. It always been dope
Yeah, that's
fiends.
true. Well, that's
Heroin back in the day, all that.
all I got for the night. With
Good
anything you
show,
want to
bro.
add, bro?
Man, I appreciate everybody in the chat chiming in and interacting with us. This is
Yeah,
what we want to promote. We want to promote the engagement, you know what I'm saying, with the people in the chat. So we appreciate y'all for that. Salute. Uh Man, that's really about it, man. Good show. I gotta come up with some another good pass the ox
to go back and
I
forth
think I'm.
about.
I
But
think. I like that one they had mentioned. Who did they say earlier? Shit.
oh, A Ball, MJG,
Eight
and
Ball and MJG.
Outcast. I feel
What
like
y'all
we
think
did
about
something
that one
similar to
for
that, didn't we?
Wednesday? We'll do that one for Wednesday, huh?
I thought we did something similar to that one already, didn't we?
Now we did UGK and
Webby and Boosie.
it was Webby and Boosie.
Was it?
I don't know. Shit, we done
Or
did shit
did
in there. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, like we just try to, keep our culture going in a different way, highlight our old songs. Cause a lot of the songs we grew up with had love in them. And they've taken
yeah,
that out. So we like to
yeah.
highlight that, highlight our old movies, just everything about the culture that,
Man, we gotta bring the
had us
'90s back,
promoted in
bro.
a positive way. I like
We
this
got
shit talking.
we
Yeah,
gotta
that's,
bring
that's
we
what
gotta
we here
bring
to
the
do.
'90s back. Like we trying to bring
At least that
the
mentality,
nostalgia,
the
you know what I'm
love,
saying?
the
Yeah,
the unity. That's really that's what we trying to bring is love and unity back.
yeah,
That's why we
yeah,
talk. It might sound like we talk a lot about women too, but we talk a lot about men too.
yeah,
We be on
yeah.
everybody ass on there. Even ourselves, we include ourselves in the tech won't let us though.
I don't know what he
Yeah.
mean by that.
What tech? What you mean by tech?
Marissa said Outcast gonna win. Oh, that yeah,
Over eight
Outcast.
ball and MJG?
Yeah, yeah. We
That
might
might
gotta
not be a
find.
good match. Oh, well, who would be a
Yeah,
better matchup? Who y'all want
we
to
get
see?
we
Matter of
gotta
fact,
find somebody else. Like Outcast should have went against a UGK or you know what I'm saying.
Outcast and UGK would be a better technology we have now. We didn't have back then. That's true.
That's
That's why
true.
we were able to communicate better and socialize better back then.
But see, I think it's gonna. I think the difference is now our community is people that we choose through this internet versus the people that's directly around us. I think
Yeah.
that's the difference, and we trying to figure that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just gonna use this platform to try to
Oxtails and hot sauce. Bring the price of oxtails back down. Shit. That's what we need to
ourselves
do.
and hot sauce. We just did a segment on the top soul foods. Y'all should
We
go check that
did.
episode out.
We did. We did.
Speaking of
Oxtails
oxtails, it
was on
made the
there.
list.
It
Oxtails is
did.
on the list. Yeah, they
Hot,
high as
hot
hell.
in
You
a
gonna pay your
bitch.
ankle and your kneecap for them, but they good.
Yeah. We need to start. We need to start getting our own cows and selling our own oxtails to each
Having
other.
our own slaughterhouses, our own chicken houses,
All that.
neck
All
bone
that.
prices. What you know about the
E-
neck bone?
Even neck bones is getting out of control. You right. That shit is insane.
This shit is crazy now. Everything high as hell.
Everything, bro. Everything. We need to
But
start
man,
working on that.
we'll be back Wednesday, 9 o'clock, same
9 o'clock
time.
sharp.
Friday,
Yes,
9 o'clock. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday here, 9 o'clock. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Uh we would hang out a little longer, but I gotta get up early in the morning. Gotta work.
and I got to get back on this road, man. I'm in Hartford, Connecticut. I'm about to head up to head
Ooh,
over to
on the East Coast.
Pennsylvania on the way far East Coast. I've been all up and down this East
Oh, you
Coast
just
for
left.
like a week.
You was in Boston not too long ago. Now you
I was in Boston. I went up to Maine, close to Canada. And when came on back down, I'm in Hartford, Connecticut. Yeah, I'm out
Yeah,
here.
that's what's up. But yeah, man, appreciate
Yeah.
y'all, man. Y'all go if you haven't subscribed, go subscribe, like,
Subscribe, like it, share it, all
share
that.
it, turn on your
Yeah.
notifications so you don't miss an episode, a future episode. And we will see
Yeah.
y'all Wednesday. Appreciate it.
Salute.